Hi, and welcome to the MaryLee Herrmann Show. Really appreciate you being here. So the other day, a friend of mine sent me an email saying, congratulations, so proud of you for starting your show on YouTube channel. I'm a subscriber. And that meant so much to me. And I was just really like, oh, yay, it feels so good to be doing it. It doesn't mean that I don't have challenges, but I am happy that I took that first step. I'm on the journey. She went on to say that she wished she could be creative. And there's so many people who I've heard over the years say similar. Now, I struggle with thinking whether I'm creative or not. The first time when I finally directed my first short film, I finally started to own it. I stepped into those shoes and I felt, okay, yes, you are creative. However, creativity is so many different things. It really is. For instance, I have a friend that I know from high school who is an artist, and she's been creating art, like physical art. I guess that's the best way to say it, physical art, as best I can tell, since she was a little girl and on through now as an adult. So to me, I put myself in terms of, oh, well, that's not me, because I will hem and haw. I've had gaps of years where I'm not sure I'm really doing much in the way of creativity, even though I've had the dream since I was a little girl of being an actress. And so it's just, creativity can be so many different things too. For instance, these people who create these incredible dishes, these wonderful recipes. I, in the kitchen, not creative, not at all. And I don't even really like to be in there except to eat. I'll do the dishes. But there's some people that I know that will just take a recipe. I was at a friend's house and she was making some vegetarian chili, and, oh, do you like corn? And I was thinking, well, yeah, I do like corn. Oh, so she puts some in and, throws in some spices and this and that. And I thought, wow, to have the courage, the creativity to be able to do that. For me, I'd have to think, okay, does corn go into this recipe? I'm not sure. But then when it comes to other things, other people that come more comfortably and easily to me, perhaps, not without their challenges though, other people might think, oh, I could never do that. If you are somebody who doesn't think you're creative, or even if you are creative but you feel like it's stifling, you just, the fear or something is just keeping you from letting it out and from honoring that creativity in you. So I believe everybody has some form of creativity. Some people are creative with numbers. Some people are creative with music. I mean, there's just so many different things that you could be creative with. Designing anything new. No matter how mundane it may seem to some people or in some worlds, that is creating. If you haven't read yet, read The Artist's Way. It's a book by Julia Cameron, and I feel that even though by the time it came into my world, I already knew that I was on this creative path. I knew that there was intention, and I was already looking for something. I had a good sense that I was looking for the courage. That's what I wanted from this book. It's so enlightening though, and it really is empowering, and I feel like sometimes I overuse that word empower, but I know for me that is what I'm consistently looking for. That feeling of empowerment, because I haven't really had it my whole life, and moments and things here and there. But so The Artist's Way is just, it really is a way to not only, if you are already a creative and struggling to allow yourself to create, to produce, to make content, it's great for that. It's fantastic for that. However, I would also put to you that if you're someone who doesn't think you're creative and feels kind of, oh, I wish I could be more creative, I would recommend this book to you too. Because through the methods of just even creating the tips that she suggests, now, you're not having to make something, and this isn't, the art fair where you're going to be judged on anything. Really what it is so much of is that she helps people bring out what's in them onto the page. But again, I'm just saying onto the page as a writer, but it's her books are so helpful to anybody in any walk of life who either wants to create more or doesn't think they have anything to contribute. Because I'm betting you do. And in the least, she'll encourage you to be journaling. And through that, you find out more about yourself. And that in itself can be a very engaging process. I mean, some days I journal pretty much every morning. And some days it's just simply a matter of that, oh, I showed up and I got it done, and I get to feel kind of accomplished for that day. That I at least showed up for that, even on days where I'm feeling kind of like, oh, I couldn't possibly be productive today. Oh, I don't have anything creative inside of me. So with The Artist's Way, she isn't teaching people to be creative. And I may not be wording that exactly right. But she is helping you see what's already there. And there's just so much strength in that. So if you're ever looking at someone else and saying, I wish I could be that creative, I wish I could do that, well, chances are there's either something that you already are doing that you don't think of as creative, but really is, or it just needs to find that little bud. And I think The Artist's Way is a really good way perhaps to plant that seed and get that little bud going. All right, well, thank you so much for watching the MaryLee Herrmann Show. And hey, talk to me. Are you a creative, or do you think you're not a creative? Is there something as a creative that you highly recommend? Put it in the comments, and we're all wanting to learn. We're all wanting to grow. Thanks so much, and you have a great day.